1,000 years were finished, or until the 1,000 years ended. And that is the first resurrection at the end of the 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. Plain as the nose on Arthur's face if he didn't have a mask on. Oh boy. Verse 6 says, "Blessed and holy is he who has part in the first resurrection. Over such the second death has no power." Listen to this. "But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years." That's the second time that passage said that. Mm-hmm. Well, according to premillennialism and the theory of the rapture, there aren't any Christians, there aren't any kings and priests to reign with Christ, because he already deposited them up in heaven and came back to earth to start all this stuff. Again. Yeah. Verse 7, "Now when the 1,000 years have expired, Satan will be released from his prison and will go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, whose number is as the sand of the sea. They went up on the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of the saints," the church or the kingdom, "and the beloved city," city of God that came down from heaven. "And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. The devil who deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever." Mm-hmm. There's no more to it. Verse 11, "Then I saw a great white throne." Now show me those three words with all capital letters. It's not there. This isn't it's just the description of the throne. "I saw a great white throne and him who sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead." Wait a minute. If you saw the dead, and Jesus already took the dead Christians to heaven, how can you see the dead? You might see some of them. "And I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God, and books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged according to their works by the things which were written in the books. The sea gave up the dead who were in it, and death and Hades delivered up the dead who were in them, and they were judged." Is there any question that all of us will stand before the judgment seat of Christ? Yeah. Oh, man. "And the dead were judged according to their works by the things which were written in the books." In verse 12. 13 again. "The sea gave up the dead who were in it, and death and Hades delivered up the dead who were in them, and they were judged each one according to his works. Then death and Hades were cast into the lake of fire." This is the second death. "And anyone not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire." Now, I'm going to put icing on the cake. Well, no, I'm not going to do it. The Lord has already done it. Yeah. I'm going to show you the icing on the cake. Sorry about that. Back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4.
Where all the T's are.
We'll return